Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNEWS reporters Tad Stefanak, Veris Conley, Robert Paris, and Alita Charbonneau, and Gretchen Carey with the Community Calendar. Thank you for joining us. The Police Station Building Committee was before the Planning Board for final approval of their site plan and special permit. Tensions were a bit high as not all members agreed that this plan was the best for the town.
My concern is this. Given this area of town, I want to make sure everything that they're asking for is necessary, because I don't think it is. We're not talking about a site that's on the commercial side of town. We're talking about a site that's in the most visible and prominent and sensitive area in the town of Burlington. And if anybody were to build in this area, we would be, never would have gotten this far with what we've been given. And I've been part of the construction of 5 or 6 different town buildings. Never have we ever had a town council representing the town against the town. So I said, this is unprecedented the way this is happening. The answer that I got on this emergency exit is anything but acceptable.
As the police chief said, from an emergency point of view, a police operations and public safety point of view, this is where they want the entrance or the emergency exit.
We need to make them a paved roadway for them to drive out of in the case of an emergency when there's never been one before, and we're already adding another means of egress. Nobody's denying a police station. We're just saying there's a way to put the police station and still work with the town of Burlington.
I think our responsibility is to perform the site plan, make sure that the traffic flow works, that the parking works, that the building conforms with all of the rules for town center overlay. It does all of that. It's not, we can't say, or we should not say no to a project because we don't like it.
It sounds to me like everybody's happy with the project, which blows me away, because I've never, if this was another applicant coming before us, nobody on this board would have said yes to it. Yep.
Whether or not it's 39,000 or 40,000 square feet, or whether it's 1,000 or 2,000 feet too big, the way that I view this is the fire department and the police department are the 2 most important buildings in this town.
Yep.
And if we're going to go a little bit above board on them or overboard on them, those are the 2 buildings we do this. What we're doing here now is we're just extending out the whole program, the whole process. We're wasting people's time and we're wasting people's money.
What you don't understand is I spent 35 years protecting the center of town, and this particular site, the whole town basically voted on this thing and said we wanted it preserved as it is. In 35 years, I've worked on an overlay to protect the center of town.
The plans and special permit were approved 5-2. The summer is heating up as we've already had our first heat wave and record high temperatures this past week. Can you imagine a 40-degree drop? Marge Jetman was in the studio for her monthly update and shared ways to deal with the extreme heat.
Hopefully we don't need the cooling center all summer, but do you have any tips for seniors to stay cool this month, this summer?
Yeah, I have lots of tips.
Yeah.
Stay out of the sun. Let's start there. If you don't have an air conditioner in your house, get one. If you can't afford one, please come see us and we'll help you figure out how to get one. On a day like yesterday where it was 102 degrees, a fan is not enough. You really need more than that. You could stick your head in the freezer, I suppose, but who wants to do that? If you need a place to go on a hot day, the senior center is obviously always going to be open during regular business hours. On really hot days when we have more than 1 or 2 days in a row, we'll open the cooling center, so that would be open until 7 or 8 o'clock at night. But the library is open, and they're open till, I'm not sure what time they're open.
7 or 8, I think.
7 or 8 at night.
I just had Julie in yesterday. We were talking about the summer hours.
And you can get a good book and sit in a corner and read. Or, this is my personal favorite, go to the mall. You can you can go shopping, you can people watch, you can have something to eat, you get a cup of coffee, and you can be there all day and nobody's going to say anything.
The superintendent's annual performance review was on the agenda at the most recent school committee meeting. Chair Melissa Massardo presented the review, highlighting the district's achievement over the past year and areas of focus needed.
Some key achievements for the 2024-2025 school year were the new K-5 literacy curriculum selection, purchase, and schedule integration, the successful addition of Algebra 1 in 8th grade, Fox Hill funding and partnership with MSBA, successful BEA negotiations, including the scheduling side letter, and an assortment of awards the district won. Mr. Sullivan was awarded MSAA Principal of the Year. Memorial School won a DESE School of Recognition, and Francis Wyman School received an Apple Distinguished School Award. The areas of focus needed. There is work to be done on the organizational structure of the district to better utilize existing personnel and ensure that our administrative positions cover areas of need. We should be doing more work to define reporting relationship and growth opportunities for our leaders. Our capital planning documents could be more comprehensive, and a review of internal administrative procedures should be done.
Superintendent Dr. Conti read a statement following a review, acknowledging that it has been a difficult year following a controversial survey that was administered in March.
Any organization has shortcomings, and obviously there are some families who have experienced shortcomings in regarding the Youth Risk Behavior Survey. These are ultimately the responsibility of the leader of the system. That's me. We have examined the systems around the YRBS, documented in the review by Attorney Sankey, and will deeply reflect on the findings and recommendations and make changes where the interests of all of our students make those changes advisable. So we're in process of making the changes that I think will improve the process. The issues that we've heard about and listened to shouldn't overshadow the many accomplishments of our students throughout the year. And like all organizations and individuals, school districts are not perfect. But it is in our imperfections where opportunities for growth and learning emerge. We are constantly working to improve, and there is no better model for our students than our own ongoing efforts to grow and to adapt. Again, this is a challenging time to be an educator, especially in public education. We have to navigate changing federal and state mandates while honoring local policy and a range of community and family values and beliefs that are complex, particularly when those values and beliefs can differ significantly. I'm proud of the Burlington faculty, staff, and students for their continued commitment to making every child feel welcome, seen, and valued in our classrooms.
Burlington High School staff held their end-of-year meeting and had a special recognition for Principal Mark Sullivan and 2 retirees. Robert Paris has the story.
The end of the school year came for all as the annual BHS Teachers and Administrator Luncheon took place in the CAF on June 18th. Earlier this year, Mark Sullivan was given the MSAA High School Principal of the Year Award. He was given a special recognition from the school administration and Executive Director Bob Baldwin of the MSAA.
What you have in Burlington works. When you have a superintendent, a building principal, athletic directors, school administrators, all reading from the same sheet of music, this is what you get. So from somebody from the outside telling you what you always don't see, you got a good thing here, and we really appreciate it at the state level.
Any acknowledgement of leadership is all about recognizing the team that surrounds him and the work that gets done. So while you're all here together, sincerely, thank you so much for making Burlington High School such a special place for everyone.
Well, I'm just really thankful to be here in Burlington, to work alongside all of you, and I accept it, and I accept this award, not for me, but on behalf of everybody in this room and for Burlington High School. And I appreciate everybody's support, and hopefully I reciprocate it in a way that makes you all feel proud to work here too. So. Thank you very, very much.
Julie Carey and Rick Sheehan are retiring from their respective positions this summer.
I have never been more happy than to be here at Burlington. So I thank you all for being here today for me, and I want to wish all of you a happy summer. And next year, I hope your year is just as good as this year.
I've been very fortunate to work with you. I couldn't be more thankful and more happy. It's a good place. It's a great place. We have great kids, and I couldn't be more thankful. So thank you. Thank you all.
The staff at BHS will miss all of it and are looking forward to the 25-26 school year.
We had a really great year this year, truly, we did. I'm going to miss our students that just graduated, our seniors, the class of 2025. I'm also going to miss our retirees, Mr. Sheehan and Miss Carey.
It's a big loss. Mr. Sheehan was actually my high school guidance counselor way back in 1995 at Central Catholic High School. It's going to be hard. I feel like I'm really excited about the pep rally that we did. That was really fun. But I think, the students, obviously, every year you get used to this new group of students, and then they go away. And then you have new students that you have to then get used to them.
Well, it was a great group of seniors that I had, so I'm going to miss them. Some of them I've known since freshman year. I had just a great year, just, with my colleagues.
The thing I'm going to miss the most, obviously, the graduating seniors. I'm very lucky. I get to have the same kids for several years in a row, so you get really attached, and then they go on. I stay in touch with a lot of them, but, we create our own little memories, etc. So I think I'm going to miss them the most.
From the BHS cafeteria, I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Weekly.
Shawsheen Technical High School senior and Burlington resident Ronan Dewar received the Massachusetts Foreign Language Association Award for Excellence. This distinguished recognition is granted to a select group of students across the state who have demonstrated extraordinary academic achievement in their school's most advanced world language courses. The MAFLA Award for Excellence celebrates not only linguistic proficiency, but also cultural understanding, academic discipline, and intellectual curiosity. His passion for language and culture emerged as a complement to his technical education. The Select Board opened their meeting again with a formal statement providing an update on the town's efforts regarding the ICE facility located on District Avenue.
Before we start the meeting, I want to provide an update on the town's efforts regarding the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement building on District Avenue. After working with the town's legal team and exploring all of our legal options, it was decided to issue a formal demand for inspection to both ICE and the property owner of the 1000 District Avenue. Last week, the building department made this request to both parties, and we're currently awaiting a response to that demand. Again, it's important to remember that immigration enforcement and detention fall solely under the jurisdiction of the federal government. Under what's called the Supremacy Clause of the U.S. Constitution, federal operations are generally not subject to local oversight or regulation, which significantly limits the town's authority in this matter. However, the town does have a responsibility to ensure that all properties comply with legal and zoning bylaws and permitting conditions, and that's a responsibility we take seriously. Again, we appreciate the community's patience and continued engagement as we work to address this issue in a thorough, legally sound, and transparent manner.
A new fitness center, Inclusive Fitness, brings a new, unique approach to functional fitness. The Chamber of Commerce recently held a ribbon cutting for the facility located on 3rd Ave, and Tad Stefanak was there.
1, 2, 3.
The Burlington Area Chamber of Commerce held a special ribbon cutting for a remarkable new business on 3rd Ave, Inclusive Fitness.
Well, we came up with this concept several years ago, about 6 or 7 years ago, because Christina and I are both avid exercisers, and we saw how exercise affected us in wonderful ways. But we saw that Lucas, our 19-year-old autistic son, had almost no opportunities to get high-quality exercise. And so we looked and we tried to find something that would meet those needs as he got older. We couldn't find it. And so we put on our business hats and decided to actually develop it ourselves. And so we launched Inclusive Fitness in 2019.
It's been going really, really well. We've had 5 years to really work with the community, work with our athletes. We've worked with 450 athletes over the last 5 years. And the response and commitment from the athletes and their families has just been incredible.
It really changed my life when it comes to fitness. And they helped me. I've learned more things from them that I never even pictured myself doing. All the activities that I do there, I feel more confident.
So I was Greg and Christina's coach for years at Orange Theory Fitness. I am a former educator. I was raised by special educators, and I got into fitness, and it just seemed like the perfect fit, and I said I would love to be a part of it, and here we are.
It's beautiful. We love these partnerships. We have a lot of large tenants that are 100,000 plus square feet or larger. We also really value these smaller partnerships, and to be able to connect with the vision and real kind of passion behind inclusive fitness and kind of kind of welcome them into Third Ave is a really meaningful partnership for us.
No one is quite doing what we're doing here, and the need has become so obvious to us, and that's why we moved to the Burlington area, because there's an enormous market and opportunity and need for what we're doing here, high-quality strength and conditioning programming.
It's unique. There's nothing like it, and we've been kind of building it as we go and learning as we grow, if you will. And it's been an incredible experience to be a part of.
It's exactly what we were hoping for, and we're really thrilled to be coming to Burlington and expand the impact here.
From Inclusive Fitness, I'm BNEWS reporter Tad Stefanak.
Welcome aboard. While Burlington does not currently have its own farmers market, there's one just over the border in Billerica. The Billerica Community Farmers Market is open on Mondays from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or dusk, Mondays June 16th to October 6th. The BCFM was named the #1 farmers market in Massachusetts by American Farmland Trust the last 3 years in a row. BCFM features farms, prepared foods, artisans and crafters, and entertainment. The Billerica Community Farmers Market provides a place to purchase fresh, local produce and goods directly from farmers and producers in a congenial atmosphere. The market supports local agriculture and producers, educates the community about eating healthfully, and supports the importance of sustaining agriculture. The accolades are making their rounds at the Burlington Garden Club. The club won the prestigious statewide Mary F. Brewer Roadside Beautification Award, recognizing the club's civic project on the town common. The project, spearheaded by Suzanne Raposo, features handcrafted wooden lanterns adorned with winter greenery, ornaments, and solar-powered lights. Also a member of the Garden Club, also received an award from the Garden Club Federation of Massachusetts. Rhody Nardella, a 30-year member, received the Unsung Hero Award for her many fundraising efforts. Her son Mark Nardella owns a honey business and shares a portion of his proceeds with the Garden Club. They have raised over $1,000 through honey sales alone. All the money raised gets reinvested in the town. The revenue has supported garden education at the Burlington Science Center, public education on good gardening practices, student scholarships, the community garden, planting projects at the COA, club lectures, and more. The Garden Club awarded Mark with a certificate of appreciation for his help in the club's fundraising efforts. For more information on the Garden Club, email them at membership@burlingtongardenclub.com. There will soon be a new place in Burlington to grab a cup of coffee with some home-baked treats. JulieAnne's Bakery and Cafe was recently approved for a special permit by the Planning Board and will be opening at the Shops at Simons Park. The bakery is the lifelong dream of Burlington resident and People Helping People's senior pantry manager, Julie Lewis. Lewis has worked in food service management throughout her career and is a graduate of the Cambridge School Culinary Arts Professional Baking and Pastry Program. Lewis said the location at the Shops at Simons Park is what really helped her bring her vision to life, hoping that opening a cafe like this on the residential side of town will attract a lot of families to come and linger as they have their coffee and pastries. Construction is expected to begin very soon with a projected opening date in October or November later this year. The Burlington Parks and Recreation Department held one of their fun and very cute yoga sessions. BNEWS volunteer reporter Alita Charbonneau went along and had as much fun as the families with the playful goats.
On Sunday, 5 playful and friendly goats from Chipin Farm in Bedford meandered around the yoga mats, to the delight of the attentive yogis. Some chewed braids, one even tried to eat a hair tie, which made everyone deep belly laugh. Enticed by treats, the goats followed the direction of their trainer to climb onto attendees' backs, mats, and even allowed people to pick them up for certain poses. Buck, the eldest of the herd, was probably the best direction follower. I suspect he figured out how to get the most treats. At times, the other goats roamed freely onto mats and into arms. Frank with the speckles on his ears, Tiny Petey, Buck, and the gang are all available for adoption. Though the Burlington Rec Department event started with a light sprinkling of rain, the droplets quickly stopped, and it was time for the sun to shine, the birds to sing, and for everyone to get their downward goat on.
You look at her, tell her how much you like the goats.
How much I like the goats. The goats climbed on me. I liked when the goat standed on the back.
Did you have a favorite goat?
That one.
Frank? You like Frank?
You like Frank? Yeah. They chewed my hair.
But it was okay, right?
Yeah.
You weren't scared, right? No.
I really like the goats because they're so fun. And one of them laid down on my mat, and I don't know which one that was, but it was either that one or that one.
I take my son to goat yoga every year. It's a great program that Burlington Parks and Rec offers, and it's awesome to get your kids to try to do yoga for a little mindfulness, and then they're with animals too. So we do it every year, and we love it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's hanging out with goats with a little side of yoga.
I have a lot of fun at the park today.
From Reagan Park, I'm Alita Charbonneau for BCAT TV. Namaste.
The Burlington Library hosted a carnival to kick off their summer reading program. Veris Conley has more.
On June 26th, the Burlington Library put on a carnival to celebrate the kickoff of summer with food, games, and special guests. The building was bustling with attendance.
Today, the Burlington Public Library is excited to have a kickoff carnival for summer reading. We have everything from a generous food donation from Wegmans to the Friends of the Library's generous donation for a magic show. Melodious Zach is here. He's donating the concert to us as well. It's been a community effort from the beginning to the end. Whether it's reading for fun, like a lot of us do in the summer, or even that serious reading you want to do, we want to give you some challenges. Now, the nationwide theme is Level Up at Your Library, and this community specifically loves gaming, so we love the theme. Every age group, adults, teens, and children, have a game board with challenges to complete. If they complete them, they earn different incentives. So we have two sponsors, primary sponsors for this event, the Friends of the Burlington Public Library. We also want to thank Wegmans. They went all out for us. We cannot thank them enough. My favorite thing about today is something I call controlled chaos. My favorite days at the library are this type of day. I love seeing people who are 3 years old and people who are 103 years old all coming to the same place at the same time and celebrating a love for the library, a love for reading, a love for community. People have said, like, I haven't been here in ages. I didn't know you did this kind of thing. And that's exactly why we do this.
I mean, this is a great community builder event. This is my third show with them. They told me they had a really great turnout for my last two shows. So they said, hey, we want to kick off our summer reading series with a bang, and we wanted to have lots of friends here, so they said, hey, can you come join us? And I always love coming back. I love seeing the moments when the kids just naturally pick up on the magic trick and they just can't help from smiling. That's the best thing about the magic shows. You make memories. I call in lots of volunteers during the show too, so sometimes you get people that aren't from the same families, and then they naturally just have a moment together, a magic moment.
This has been Veris Connolly. Happy reading.
Boom.
Varsity Field was busy this week as Red Devil Lacrosse held their annual Little Devils Lacrosse Week. Robert Paris has the story right after the community calendar with Gretchen Carey.
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your community calendar. On June 27th through August 22nd, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., the Burlington Public Library will be having Family Friday Flicks. No registration is required. For more information, go to the library website. Wayside will be having the Good News Gus Puppet Show. The event is free, but pre-registration is required. For more information and to register, go to the following website. On July 12th and 13th, the Burlington Parks and Recreation Department will be having the Rohannes Park Open. The event is for all ages and pre-registration is required. For more information and to register, go to the Recreation website. For more community calendar events, go to bcattv.org, burlingtonpubliclibrary.org, and burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your community calendar.
On Varsity Field, the Little Red Devil Lacrosse Week took place for the future athletes who are currently playing the sport.
It's our fourth year. It's a great turnout. Again, the little guys love it. They're embracing the heat. They're having a blast. And it's a lot of fun for myself, the coach, and the counselor. So it's a great time. We do a lot of skill development. There's a lot of individual passing, catching, shooting. Obviously, those are the key parts of lacrosse. Ground balls is huge. And basically, they're learning to have fun and be around each other. The young guys love being around the high school guys. So they're learning a lot of skills, but they're also learning that they're part of the family. I think that's our biggest thing is they realize that they are part of our whole culture top to bottom, and it's very cohesive from the high school down to the youth.
With rising temperatures expected, the counselors and athletic trainers already had a plan set up to keep the kids cool.
We have a bunch of pop-up canopy tents for shade. We're lucky enough that Mr. Hart, our athletic director here, has this awesome cooling fan. Essentially how we structure it, we do a station for 10 to 12 minutes, and then immediately after that station, we clean up the station, everyone goes and gets water, go back out there, another station, 10, 12 minutes, clean that station up, go get water. We're well aware of the heat, making sure everyone's okay, and we're taking the proper protocols and procedures to make sure no one gets negatively impacted by the heat.
I spoke to two of the athletes who were excited to be a part of the week once again. What do you like about the sport of lacrosse?
Physical, fast-paced, and just
like there's contact and like you can get goals and like be good and like you can learn new stuff every time.
Rising senior Ryan Ellis helped out during the week and is ready to compete for the final time as a Red Devil next spring.
Help the kids get better and learn more about the game, but also make sure that they have a good time and have fun with it. I like the fast pace of it and the physicality, but like our team, I think it's really fun because we're all like together. It's more of like a brotherhood than a team, so that's like the main thing I like about it.
From Varsity Field, I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Sports.
Chairman of the board Mike Gaspeo sent in this moment after a youth soccer game of a player getting a close-up picture of a deer. Thanks for the photo, Mike. We'd like to see your photos. The photos could be of something you see around town, the weather outside your own door, or even photos of your family members and pets. Whatever you think is interesting and would like to share with us in the community, send them to bcat@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. That's it from the news desk. We want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. We'll be running a BNews special with Newtown Administrator John Denizio over the next couple of weeks, and we'll return July 18th. Okay, it's going to be barbecues and hot weather, so don't forget your suntan lotion or your sunscreen lotion and your bug spray. Thank you for joining us.